What if I told you that in the Philippines, birthdays aren't about getting free food, but actually paying for everyone else's meal? Or that crossing the street requires a Jedi-like hand gesture to stop traffic? And let's not even get started on the country's absolute obsession with rice. But hey, weird doesn't mean bad, it just means different. And in the Philippines, different is what makes this country one of the most fascinating places on earth. Let's dive into the 10 weirdest things about Filipino culture, some of which will leave you completely baffled. 1. Pasalubong, the expected souvenir. In many places, when you return from a trip, people ask how it was. In the Philippines, they ask what you brought back. Pasalubong isn't just a tradition, it's an expectation. It doesn't matter if you went to another country or just a nearby city. You're supposed to bring back something: dried mangoes, chocolates, keychains, or even local delicacies. This isn't just for family. It extends to coworkers, neighbors, and even your barber. And if you come back empty-handed, be prepared for disappointed looks. 2. Rice is life. Filipinos don't just eat rice. They live by it. Every meal must have rice. You can serve steak, fried chicken, or even spaghetti, and someone will still ask, "Where's the rice?" Some won't even consider it a meal without it. Then there's the knuckle method, a way of measuring water for cooking rice using a finger instead of a measuring cup. It sounds imprecise, yet it works every time. Rice isn't just food in the Philippines. It's a way of life. 3. Spoon and fork instead of knife and fork. In most places, meals come with a knife and fork. In the Philippines, it's a spoon and fork. The spoon is not just for scooping, it's used to cut, mix, and eat almost everything. Filipinos have mastered the art of using the side of the spoon like a knife, slicing through meat, fish, and even fried chicken. It might seem strange at first, but once you get used to it, you start to realize that the spoon is actually doing most of the work. 4. Eating with hands. Eating with your hands isn't just acceptable, it's encouraged. There's a proper way to do it too. Filipinos don't just grab food randomly. They press the rice together, scoop it with their fingers, and eat without making a mess. And then there's the boodle fight, where food is spread on banana leaves, and everyone eats with their hands. No plates, no utensils, just hands. It's chaotic, but it's also a unique experience that brings people together. 5. The magic hand gesture for crossing streets. In many places, pedestrians rely on crosswalks and traffic lights. In the Philippines, they rely on a raised hand. If you need to cross the street, you don't wait for cars to stop. You simply lift your hand in front of you like a traffic enforcer. Somehow, this unspoken rule works. Cars slow down, and you get to the other side. It feels like a superpower the first time you try it, but once you see it in action, it makes sense. 6. Saying sorry for everything. Filipinos apologize for things that don't even require an apology. If someone walks past you in a narrow space, they'll say sorry. If they accidentally get in your way, sorry. Even when they have no reason to be sorry, they'll still say it. It's a cultural habit that shows politeness, even in the smallest interactions. It might seem excessive, but it's a reflection of how Filipinos value respect and consideration for others. 7. Fear of rain. Rain is treated like a serious threat. A slight drizzle and plans are immediately cancelled. Some believe that getting rained on will make you sick, while others think rainwater is full of pollution and acid. Yet, when actual typhoons hit, Filipinos go about their day like it's normal. Streets are flooded, but business continues as usual. It's a contradiction that doesn't make much sense, but it's something you just have to accept. 8. Lip pointing instead of finger pointing. Instead of using their fingers to point, Filipinos use their lips. If you ask for directions, don't expect a hand gesture. Instead, they'll slightly pucker their lips and tilt their head in the direction they want you to look. The first time you see it, you might think they're trying to kiss you. But once you get used to it, you realize it's actually a pretty efficient way of giving directions. 9. The birthday rule: you pay for everyone. In most places, birthdays mean free food and drinks. In the Philippines, it means you're paying for everyone else. If it's your birthday, you're expected to treat your family, friends, and even coworkers to a meal. It's not a day where you get pampered, it's a day where you give back. In offices, birthday celebrations mean bringing food for the entire department. It sounds unfair, but in Filipino culture, birthdays are about sharing, not receiving. 10. You can't leave a Filipino home without eating. Filipinos are incredibly hospitable, and part of that hospitality is food. If you visit someone's home, you will be offered food. It doesn't matter if you just ate. Saying no is not an option. If you try, you'll get responses like just a little or have a bite until you finally give in. And before you leave, someone will always ask, "Busog ka na? Are you full?" If the answer is no, expect to sit back down for another serving. These are just a few of the things that make Filipino culture so unique. Some might seem strange at first, but over time, they start to make sense. What seems weird to outsiders is just everyday life for Filipinos. If you've experienced any of these or have more to add, share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more insights into cultures around the world.